Hey, you see that orange cat right there? And that black and white one taking a nap? And that one eating out of a person's ice cream cone. All of those things are feral cats, but as of this month, they're not just feral cats. In the eyes of the Mexican government, they are now living fixed assets. Investopedia defines a fixed asset as a long-term tangible piece of property or equipment that a firm owns and uses in its operations to generate income, like a building, furniture, or computer. Now, unless you're in that Garfield house from that Tim Robinson sketch, cats aren't usually considered to be fixed assets. But after Mexico's government bestowed this title upon the cats that inhabit the country's national palace, the Associated Press reports that the country's Treasury must now give the 19 feral cats that roam the palace grounds food and care for the rest of their lives. Yeah, so this woman is the general director of the National Palace and Cultural Heritage Conservatory, who observes in Spanish, as is the style there, that cats are already a symbol of the National Palace in Mexico City. The building itself dates back to the 1700s and was built on the site of an old Aztec emperor's palace. While it's not entirely clear how feral cats came to inhabit the palace, staff members recall feral cats living among the cacti and brush as far as 50 years back. And I've got to tell you, there are far worse places to live out those 9 lives. Over the years, they've even made headlines as they've wandered in and out of press conferences on the palace grounds. This one was called Zeus, and the government had to tell reporters to stop feeding it because it was, quote, getting really fat. Zeus ended up dying from an unspecified illness back in March, but that hasn't deterred visitors from offering these living fixed assets a lick of a sweet treat in place of their dirty feet. This one here is called Bowie, named for the musician, not the knife. And this one here is Nuvi, the Spanish word for cloud, just kind of standing still there, like a cloud. This guy here is a veterinarian whose exclusive task is to ensure that the cats receive their care on a daily basis. And he says after you win over each of these feral creatures with some food, you get it to a medical office, carry out a physical, and give it testing and preventative medicine. 19 of these things live full-time at the palace. The more are believed to sneak in and out at night. And they have free reign over the entire National Palace grounds. Our general director of the palace from before notes that our cats here are not a chair or a table. They are indeed living fixed assets to ensure their animal welfare for life. If you want to live the good life, consider subscribing to the News Refresh. While we won't feed or sterilize you, we will give you new weird and interesting news stories each and every day. Meow.